somebody had a contract to unalive you. Okay, they were supposed to get rid of you. All right, they was hired to do that. Your karmic brother, oh my goodness, yo. Spiritual court is now in session. Okay, so it's looking like your relatives is over here paying off hitmen and shit. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Oh, yeah, that's too many. Let's do that again. All right, tell me more. Oh, so this was the reason that they wanted to get rid of you, because it was a Masonic sacrifice. So this person, this brother of yours, or it could be someone's brother. It could be, if it's not somebody's brother that was trying to sacrifice you, it's your brother. This could be your half brother, same mom, different dad, same dad, different mom. Take it how it resonates. This could be a step brother, adopted brother, brother-in-law. Okay, take it how it resonates. But they are a Mason. And they try to sacrifice you, all right? And if it's not a Mason, it's like some type of secret society, cult, coven, religion that they are in, a brotherhood. And we have here, the DEA is involved. So this is giving me confirmation that they're going to get caught up for something that got to do with, we're going to say rugs, okay? Because it says here, the Drug Enforcement Administration, all right? So something about getting caught up with rugs. All right, we have here blackmail. Tell me more. On the run from the law. Oh my goodness, they're not going to be able to run. If they're going to try to run, somebody has blackmail on them. Tell me more. Okay, a Libra child is significant. You could have a Libra child. Somebody has a Libra child. It says here, delayed justice is now justice multiplied with even more charges piled on. So you have been waiting for justice. You have been waiting for something to pop off. And Spirit is saying that you needed to just trust the plan, because everything was being worked out in the background, okay? And this is going to end up resulting in multiple charges being piled on for this person. They could have been doing a lot of voodoo to delay this, lighting candles, justice candles and shit like that, to delay this process from them getting locked up, or sometimes to be able to just get away with the crime. You know, they don't get locked up, whatever. And that's what they was trying to do. So they was only able to delay it. All right, now there's going to be more charges piled on this time when they get caught up. All right, and that's why we have here that they're on the run. They know that this is coming for them. They cannot run from this anymore. So they're going to try to run, and they're not going to be able to. Tell me more. Yeah, they're not going to be able to. You see, their phone is tapped. So Spirit is saying, like, the phone is tapped. They're listening to their conversations. They know where they're at. The GPS, you know, like, there's no way to run. Okay. We have here tax fraud. So somebody also got caught up for tax fraud. It says someone that lives on an Indian reservation. All right, that's very specific. All right, somebody lives on an Indian reservation. Look, tax fraud and tax evasion. Look at that. See, multiple charges. All right, let's see what else. They thought they was going to be able to get away with all this shit. They thought they was good. And no. Yeah, theft. They was stealing, scamming, scheming, all types of shit. And no, they was not good. Exactly. Wow. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, they was not good. They thought they was going to be good. They thought they was going to keep on getting away with this shit. And no, they celebrated too soon. Absolutely, Spirit. Yes. Period. Okay. They celebrated too soon. Oh my God. All right, let's see what else. I'm telling you, they really trusted that bippity bop and shit that they was doing. They thought that shit was gonna work for them. Nope, absolutely not. It wasn't gonna last. That's what be tricking these people. That they see that it's working for a little while, and they think that they just good after that. No, that's not how that works. It was a trick. All right, so somebody is going to be held with no bail. So this could be right here, the person who's going to try to go on the run. They're going to get caught, and they're not going to be able to get bail. They're going to be stuck there because they cannot stay put. They're always trying to run and shit. All right, we have here somebody with big boobs. Listen, this is interesting. I don't know. Again, these are synchronicities. Somebody with big boobs is significant because, again, right before I recorded this, I'm just scrolling through Instagram, and this video pops up where this girl, she was on a date. She was on a date with a guy, and she was recording, and the guy just comes out of nowhere, and he's like, oh, are those real? Maybe some of y'all seen it. I don't know. It's going viral for some reason. It was kind of corny, but Again, it's big boobs. And I was like, what did he ask? Like, I had to hear the video more than 2 times because I'm like, what did he ask her? If what is real? And she was like, if what's real? And then he was like, your boobs, your boobs, your jugs, something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, so corny. So look, somebody with big boobs is involved in this shit. All right. It says here, you're getting a lump sum of money. All right. Right here with theft. They were stealing, they were scamming, they were doing all types of shit. So they stole something that was meant for you, that could have been left to you. They could have gotten a loan or something with your name. They did something, and you are going to be getting a lump sum of money. All right. 77 is also confirmation. If you've seen that angel number, 777 is prosperity, rewards, abundance. All right. And look, an ex-con. So this person, this could be this brother. This person could be an ex-con. All right. Tell me more. False marriage to prevent witness testimony. So one of these people is in a marriage, but they only married their person because they don't want the person to ever have, you know, some type of testimony. You know, they don't want them to be a witness. They don't want them to say what they have seen. So that's the only reason that they married this person. They didn't really marry this person because they love them or nothing like that. It was just to make sure that they don't snitch, they don't talk. Tell me more. Yeah, that was the Five of Swords trying to come out. The Five of Swords is someone who's trying to win at all costs. So that's what they did. To win at all costs, they married somebody. We have here not showing up to court. So this could be them right here about to go on the run. Tell me more. Offshore accounts frozen for investigation. So they stole some type of money. They could have put this money in an offshore account. And now the account is frozen and is under investigation. Somebody is a life path number 9. Tell me more. Expectations. So they're expecting something to happen. The number 28 or 82 could be significant. Tell me more about this expectation, Holy Spirit. They're waiting for something to happen out of town. Let's see. Tell me more. Arrest warrant for PPP loan fraud. So this is giving, it says here, a man. So somebody's waiting for a man, or expectation is, again, like they celebrated too soon. You know, they was expecting to be able to get away with this. They did something out of town. It could be a loan that they got. They went out to another state or something to get a loan. And it says here a PPP loan fraud. Or expectation, they thought they was going to get away with it, but they're going to get arrested out of town. Give me one more. Someone who owns properties is significant. Maybe they went out of town, you know, to check out a property or something like that, and they ended up getting got. Let me pull from the tarot. All right, what happened out of town, Holy Spirit? Because that's what it's giving. Yesterday we saw that they're going to get stopped by the marshals. And now we have here an arrest for PPP loan fraud out of town. Okay, so this is like them taking action with this out of town energy. We have here the 7 of Cups reverse. They don't have options. You see, like in the upright, they're going to be caught with no options. No way to, this is giving like stopped. Okay. No way to get out. Tell me more. No options to run. One more. Yeah, look, they cannot run. Confirmation. And what's this? Yeah, they're not going to be able to manifest or manipulate the situation. Manifest an option. You know, this is someone who is with skill and ability. You know, like it says resourcefulness. They can make things happen. Again, they're not going to have any options, no resources. So they're not going to be able to be resourceful. They're not going to be able to manifest, you know, or manipulate their way out of this. So that's what it's giving. No options while they go on this trip, and they're not going to be able to run. So in the upright, this is somebody walking away. See that? In the reverse, Spirit is saying they ain't going nowhere. They're stuck here. They're not going to be able to get out. So that's what it's giving. Somebody, again, they are already tapped. They're being monitored, and they're going to pop up on somebody when they least expect it, out of town. Okay? And hit them with this arrest warrant. They're going to be like, yo, but you got an arrest warrant. So come here. Let me talk to you real quick. Oh my God, look. And we have a Mason. Wow. So yeah, this person is a Mason for somebody. And they have Masons everywhere. But it's given like this one is not going to have protection. All right. So yeah, look, because you have uncovered a deep level of corruption. Exactly. A deep level of corruption. They're going to feel like this person is just like a problem, you know, a liability. You're causing too many problems. You're getting us exposed out here. You're not able to sacrifice this person in the collective. Like, you know, we're going to have to get rid of you, and whatever happens to you, you know, they're just going to feed this person to the sharks. All right. A mortician is significant. We have here a stolen check. All right. So with theft, that could be what that is right here, that they stole a check, something that was meant to go to you. Tell me more. Or they use your name again to do some type of scamming. It says here, witness protection program. So we got here trying to prevent witness testimony, but there's somebody else who's going to be able to talk. Another witness here. It's not going to be their lover. It's going to be somebody else. And they're going to end up having to put them in witness protection. Yeah, because they're going to put somebody in prison. See that? Federal prison. All right. There's evidence. There's something about video evidence with whatever it is that they did. We have here a dog breeder. Somebody is a dog breeder. And you are suing everyone involved. That's why it says you're going to get a lump sum of money. Absolutely. Let's see what else. Warrants have been issued. Again, there's an arrest warrant right here for the PPP loan that they got. And this is coming out because they got this shit in your name. All right. Well, if you have a business, they use your business to get this business loan. And they ran up that money. All that money is gone now. Yeah. They're having constant panic attacks because they know that they don't got no more money. They know that their brotherhood, their Masons, secret society organization, whatever, they're not going to help them. All right. They're going to throw them under the bus. And you're going to be, look at that. Let me put this back. And you're going to be getting your money. I think this is the only one that was down, right? Someone who's addicted to prescription drugs is significant. All right. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. They offered you up to a coven in exchange for money, health, and power. Yeah, they try to, again, if it's not a Mason, it's a cult, coven, secret society, whatever. They were siphoning from your energy like this. All right. This is how these people get money, health, power, by siphoning from people's energy, by sacrificing people. This is how they do this. Tell me more. Because these people, they're low vibrational. They cannot manifest anything themselves. They need to put people down, oppress people, sacrifice people, all that shit to be able to get to where they're trying to get. All right. The letter K, somebody's first name, middle name, last name has a K in it. They're all fighting over something that doesn't belong to them. So this is, again, this money that they took that wasn't it wasn't even for them, for the other one, for nobody. It was for you. And look, now they want to talk. Listen, you don't want to talk to nobody, but I'm going to clarify that. They're going through a negative change in circumstances. Okay, this is their karma. A karmic Aries is significant. A settlement offer. So that could be why they want to talk. Because again, you're going to be suing every fucking body. You're going to be getting a lump sum of money. So they're going to want you to settle. And you got to talk to your lawyer. All right. It came out last time when I asked Spirit what you should do with that settlement offer. It came out to talk to your lawyer because everybody is different. There's a lot of people that we're like on the same timeline, energetically going through the same thing, but different characters, you know, different situations, but same theme of justice and betrayal and all that shit. So it's different, you know. So everybody got to go to their lawyer and figure out what is best for them. It's not like just one answer for everybody. All right. But they're going to want you to settle. Okay. It says your own relatives sold you out. They needed to sacrifice someone close to them for fame and fortune. So look at that. Now we have more confirmation that that's exactly what they did. They did the sacrifice because this is how they're able to level up and shit like that in these organizations, secret societies, covens, whatever it is. Okay. This is what they did. Double confirmation right here. Okay. They sold you out. They gave you up because you're the key. You're the one who has that divine energy. This person doesn't have that. And that coven doesn't have that either. They need people like us who are divine, who are pure. You know, the chosen. They need our energy, our pure divine energy. So they accepted the offer. This person is not just a one-time thing. They got to keep on sacrificing you. It's like they got to re-up. They got to keep doing this shit over and over. You know, they have times when they do this. They have schedules and rituals and shit like that. Like, it's not just one thing, one big bang. They got to keep it going. So that's what I'm getting here. That they could have done it the first time. And when I be telling y'all sacrifices, when they sacrifice you, it's not really unaliving someone. All right, it's you are alive, but you're going through blockages. You don't understand why nothing's going in your favor. You're putting so much work into it. You're trying to do stuff, you know, and everything is just a problem. And I'm not saying that everybody that's going through those type of blockages is under some type of spiritual warfare, but most of the time that's how it looks. Okay, like you don't understand, and I'm telling you from experience, you know, like you're doing so good, and you know you don't understand what's going on, you know, and you're not trying to blame nobody for nothing, you know, like you're taking accountability, like, okay, maybe I need to work on this, I need to do this, I need to do that, you know, like you're trying to figure your life out, and then boom, you just find out, you know, things start to come to light. You go through a spiritual awakening, and then God starts to show you what these people are doing. You know, they start to look different to you. You start to see clearly. You start to see that, you know, they're moving funny, and you find out that they're doing all this type of shit, you know? So that's usually how it looks, that you're just going through a lot of blockages, you know? Things are not going right in your life, and then this person is leveling up. They're buying a bunch of different cars, houses, living lavishly, and you just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, you don't really think about it. You just be like, all right, whatever, it is what it is. But that's what it is. They're all siphoning from your energy. That's what it is. They're all siphoning from your pure energy and then throwing you, you know, through this oppression and all this bullshit. Like, just, like, no. So that's what they do. All right. Believe it or not, that's what they do. And that's what's going on here. So you're going to get out of that energy, is what Spirit wants you to know. You're going to be getting a lump sum of money, and then things are going to start moving forward for you, because that's it. The curse is broken. The cord is cut. There's no more sacrifices. None of that shit. All right. So that's the spiritual side. Now, with this contract to kill somebody, they was really trying to get you unalived. Physical, because my readings is spiritual and physical. We're talking about the physical now. In the physical, they tried to get you murdered. Okay? Let's see what we could get with that energy. See what comes out. Talk to me about this hired hitman, Holy Spirit. These people that hired, it could be about a house. All right? They didn't want you to receive a house. This could be the inheritance. Or it could be about a house near the water. Okay, a beach house. Oh, that came out before, about this beach house. Again, the inheritance. They took this house. They started renting it out like an Airbnb or something like that. A house by the beach. That's for somebody. Legal issues in the reverse. They don't want to experience legal issues regarding this house and basically what they stole. That's it. Yeah, look, secrets. You see what I'm saying? They got secrets that they do not want to be exposed. Yeah. And they know that you're going to expose it. Divine feminine or divine masculine, whoever is watching, they know that you are going to expose the wicked. You're going to expose the truth. And the only way that they felt like they could shut you up or get you out of the way is by, look, dirty offer to unalive you. Okay? That's exactly what this is. A dirty offer to unalive you. Okay? Let's see. What else can we get with this blackmail? Let's see what we get with blackmail. Secrets. Oh my God. You cannot make this up. Somebody is holding, look, and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is feeling burdened, heavily burdened, stressed, because somebody knows their secrets. Listen, allegedly, when you get into these secret societies and organizations, brotherhoods, all that shit, right? They do that. They hold something over your head. A lot of times they do things that is evil, is wicked, is disgusting. It's, you know, sexually, you know, they do weird sexual shit too that they don't want to get caught up with. They don't want people to know that they into that shit or whatever. And they record them and they hold that over their head. Like, listen, I know your secrets. I know what you did last summer. Okay, I got it on camera. All right, so go make that sacrifice. Go do what you got to do, because if you don't do what you got to do, I'm going to expose you. So this is what that is giving right now. They know their secrets and somebody's feeling heavily burdened. All right, so somebody is like up against the wall. They cannot sacrifice you. And they feel stuck because, you know, they're being blackmailed. Somebody knows what they did. Yeah, we have cope. So yeah, they're burdens and they are drinking to cope right now. Oh my goodness. See what people be getting themselves into for money, for fame, for fortune? That's the devil right there. All right, what else can we... okay, let's see. Burial. Yeah, they tried. They tried to do this to you. All right, and look, the spirit is saying they're gonna get locked up for that shit, for trying to get you unalived. Look, the chariot, that's the police right there coming through to lock their asses up. All right, so it don't matter, you know, it don't matter what they did. They try to hire a hitman, all that shit. Like, it's good that they did that because there's evidence of that, and the police is gonna come get their asses for that. Okay, for trying to, you know, unalive you, for planning to unalive you. Isn't that attempted, or, you know, attempted murder? All right, so let's see what else. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? The setup didn't go as planned. They set you up to unalive you. That shit did not go as planned. Okay. And we know this because you are going to be getting this lump sum of money. You are going to be suing everybody. So that's how it ends. Spoiler alert. That's how it ends, karmics. Okay, so they put you on an altar to bippity bop you. All right, your name or your photo. They put it on an altar and they have been doing voodoo with this. All right, to delay this court case, to stop you from moving forward, whatever they've been doing. All right, this person is a fallen angel. Okay, so a fallen angel, they had a chance to be able to get into alignment like us. You know, we all came from a karmic energy. We all came from a low vibration, and we learned and we evolved, and now we are in alignment. This person had a chance to do that, but they're not a fallen angel. They it felt in one of the cards that I got, one of the tarot cards, Spirit always shows me, is Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is like a failure, and that particular card, it says fell from grace. So that's what Spirit be showing me when somebody falls from grace. Okay, and it says here someone passed away due to the karmic spell work. So you see, they bippity bopped you. Now somebody's gonna end up passing away because the voodoo is gonna go right back to sender. All right, and this is somebody who basically they did not pass the spiritual test. Okay, they failed. They did not pass the test. All right, yeah, look, and then going to be behind bars. So yeah, so again, these people right here, these other people, they're gonna be behind bars, and whatever they was doing with the voodoo shit, that shit is gonna hit their family, their loved ones. Somebody is gonna pass away because of their spell work. Okay, all right, so let me pull from here and see what else comes out. Anything else, Holy Spirit? They're all cursed. Absolutely, they are cursed. That's why, again, somebody's going to end up passing away. They're cursed. They offer you up to a deity for your destiny. You see, they want your destiny. Like I said, you are a chosen one. They need your energy. These people will not be nothing without your energy. Okay, like they cannot manifest. They cannot get shit. They cannot do anything. Like I be saying, they can't even manifest a motherfucking cheeseburger. They gotta be scheming and scamming and anything just to get money. So they really try to get your destiny. They want to be in your destiny. They want to be able to manifest easily. They want to be able to live abundantly, you know, to be loved by God. You know, like they really want to be you, and it's like, no, bitch, it ain't happening. All right, maybe in the next lifetime. Maybe in the next lifetime, because in this lifetime you are a fallen angel, babe. You got a lot of work to do. Catfishing you in the dream state to steal from your energy, and to bind you to them or to something. Okay, so this is why they're a fallen angel, because they don't learn. They keep on doing this dumb shit. All right, now in the dream state, if you have been having dreams with karmics, this is them trying to have sex with you, to attach a sex demon on you, an entity trying to feed you, to attach an entity onto you. You know, like they try to do a lot of shit to try to like it says here, you know, steal from your energy or to bind you to something. Okay, so If you have been having dreams with these karmics, that's why. Okay, sometimes they even cloak themselves. Like you will see somebody else in the dream, or even an animal. All right, I had personal readings. Shout out to you, girl. Where the karmics, they just so creative. Everybody's so creative. Oh my god, yo, it was a owl and a freaking cat, and those were the karmics, and they was trying to do some weird shit in her dream state. I don't know. So just be careful, y'all. You know, protect your energy, keep on cleansing, and that's it. You good. Yeah, because evil will not prevail. All right, you good. All right, so look at that. Gloomy thoughts, 33. Somebody could be a life path 33 like me. Shout out to us. Someone could be 33 years old. But you see this gloomy thoughts, and somebody's right here, like they want to jump. This is why, because several group members are now sick and they're passing away. We just saw it right here. They're passing away. They're sick. And evil will not prevail. Okay, so people are feeling like unaliving themselves. This is also, if they sent that energy towards you, suicidal spells, this is going back to them, and that's why they're having gloomy thoughts, wanting to jump and shit like that. All right, so just know that evil will not prevail. Okay, you are going to get your justice. Anything else? Yeah, and you shall remain untouched. Period. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. You will remain untouched. Okay. All right. So let me pull a quick little message. I noticed nothing came out about Carmisha and Carmelo. So let's pull a quick message real quick. I know some of y'all, you just want to get these messages, but then there's others that want these messages too. So I'm trying to put everything in one reading. Okay. Give me some tea real quick, Holy Spirit. What does the collective need to know? What do they need to watch out for? Two of Swords reverse. Somebody is seeing clearly about a female, all right? Or you could be a female that's seeing clearly. Two of Swords in the reverse is like the blindfold. You see the blindfold is not on no more. You know, you are now able to see clearly. Yeah, we got a female, and then we got a rich girl in the reverse here. So this is a Karmisha, someone who's a gold digger who will do anything for money. Okay, so somebody is seeing clearly. Let me move this out of the way. Somebody's seeing clearly about a Karmisha. All right, someone who's a gold digger. Tell me more about this energy. Pathway. Tell me more about pathway. Talking. Somebody found out that a karmic was talking to us. Oh my God. Yes. That's exactly what I'm getting. Look at this. An affair. So I'm like, what? Like somebody seeing clearly that somebody would do anything for money. And then with pathway, it's like, the pathway here, the number 8. The number 8 is abundance. 888 is abundance. So connecting to this is like money, abundance, and then this is what they found out. Like that they took, basically they took the wrong route. They took another path to cheat, basically. Because I'm like, why we got pathway here? So with the number 8 here is given like they did this for money. Like, you know, she would do anything for money. All right. So she was talking to somebody. She's been talking to somebody. All right. And it's an affair. Okay, we have here secret lover, sex fix. Okay, so yeah, that's what somebody found out. Somebody found out that somebody's dealing with somebody, or that they deal with people for money, for stability. Anything else? This could be you who's finding this out. And there's your confirmation, you know, that God showed you what you needed to see. So don't, look at that. So don't go back, okay? Justice and prison bay. This could be who she talking to. Oh my God. Yo, it's crazy. Justice and prison bay. She's talking to somebody who's locked up. And listen, there be things I'll be watching like on TikTok, like testimonies and stories on YouTube, where they be talking about that there's guys locked up that be paying their rent, paying their bills, buying them cars, all types of crazy shit. So, you know, again, she's on some gold digger time. So this is why, because this guy could be providing for her even though he's locked up. Okay, that be really happening. That's what I'm getting here. There's somebody who's in prison. Somebody's prison bay. Somebody found out that they're talking. You probably oh shit. Yeah, you found out they was on some type of lover shit, or they fucking around with the lover's card. Okay, this could be somebody from her past with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is somebody from her past. So you could have found out that she got back with somebody from her past. And look at this shit. Court a case, sexual infection, sexual disease, a rash. Yeah, this is a karmic who got, oh my God. This is your homie? The prison bae? The one that's locked up is your homie? You gotta be kidding me. This is some tea right here. Oh my God. I'm secretly smashing his friend and she got an STD and he's locked up. Oh my goodness. So much degeneracy going on right now. Ew. My goodness. Wow. Somebody needed to hear that. Let me pull real quick from these cards and see what we get. Oh my God. Give me something on this, you know, the STD. This is his friend. This is somebody's friend. Well, it's your fake friends, not your friend no more. You found out about this. Anything else from here, Holy Spirit, with this degeneracy over here? Okay, it says here their stepdaughter. Somebody's stepdaughter. Tell me more. So maybe you, you know, this is a karmisha. So she's probably, maybe she got a stepfather or some shit. What the fuck is this coming out? Oh, yo, your relative had HIV. Listen. For some of y'all, this karmisha is your relative. Take this how it resonates, whoever it is that's watching. But we see that they caught a case. Somebody caught a case. Okay, they was having an affair. HIV we have here, okay? And then something about their stepdaughter. Somebody, maybe the person who's watching. Let me see why we got stepdaughter here. Give me one with stepdaughter. Stalking divine feminine. I mean, divine masculine. So, is she like she has a grown stepdaughter? Because it says stalking divine masculine. Somebody's stepdaughter is stalking the divine masculine. And the way that I was picking up this energy is like I felt like I was talking to divine masculine about this karmisha and, you know, letting you know that she was fucking with your homie and you found out the truth. Okay, so maybe their stepdaughter, or it could even be prison-based stepdaughter. Somebody has a stepdaughter, and this stepdaughter is assisting in stalking the divine masculine. The one that I'm talking to you, divine masculine. This stepdaughter, for some of y'all, it could be your stepdaughter. You know, maybe that's her daughter, the karmic's daughter. Okay, that makes sense. Their stepdaughter. So this could be like a teenager. You know, you know what? Here we go again. So this morning, I saw my neighbor walking by with her daughter, and I was like, oh shit, like I didn't even know she had a daughter. You know, like that's her daughter, because the girl was like, she was screaming like, ma, and with the dogs and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, this girl looks so young. Like I thought my neighbor was really young, like maybe around my age, and she has a grown ass daughter. So that could be confirmation. Somebody's stepdaughter, somebody's daughter, you know, like is grown. It's like a teenager or in their 20s. They're not a kid, you know, like they're grown. They're not a child. You know, like mostly when you think about, you know, a kid right now, because we're young, you know, you're thinking about a child, you know, somebody who got a kid, you know, like my kid, 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So this is not giving that. It's giving a grown ass daughter. And she's helping to stalk divine masculine. All right. Because, yeah, I saw her this morning. I was shocked. I'm like, oh, you go, girl. She looks young. And she probably is young. Maybe she had her really young or something. I don't know. But, yeah. All right. So, 11. Somebody could be born on the 11th. Somebody could be born in the 11th month. Somebody could be a life path number 11. 911. That's Archangel Michael's number. So Archangel Michael is always around and protecting you. All right. Somebody with a tongue ring is significant. Anything else? What do we have here? Okay. Somebody's going to be on house arrest. And it says karma never misses. Okay. So Spirit is letting you know, karma never misses, okay? They are going to be on house arrest. This is the energy right here with these people, all right? They're not going to be able to get away with this at all, all right? They're going to be on house arrest until it's time for trial, because somebody is trying to go on the run. And it says right here, they're being held with no bail. So somebody's going to be held with no bail, and somebody's going to be on house arrest, okay? Because it's a group activity here, and this is part of their karma, all right? Okay, so let me pull some names, and then we're going to close this out. All right, Holy Spirit, who is involved here? Okay, so if you see your name here, it's giving you confirmation that there's a message here for you. If you see a karmic's name, it's giving you confirmation that they are involved. Pay attention and stay woke. Taylor, Michael, Allen, Rodriguez, Samuel, Lily, Lillian, Justine, Ebony, Jose, Frank, Tunja, Annie, and Tanya. Bailey, Desiree, Janae, Anaya, Hayes, Mindy, Lala, Chantel, Edwin, Gary, Gabe, Dora, Brea, Shania, Nathan, Claudia, Hannah, Quinn, and Mo. Callahan, O'Neill, Sonny, Maggie, Joan, Chambers, Ginger, Douglas, Rhonda, Tom, Paulding, Josh, Anastasia, Tara, Gregory, Keith, Henson, Craig, Brenda, Sandy, Cooley, Groves, Indigo, Jackie, Daniel, Lane, Haas, and Vicky. Okay. These fell out. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got 3 more. Stacy, let me put it so you can see. Stacy, Cole, Demetrius, Judy, Paul, Beatrice, Patricia, Camila, Renee, Tamika, Wash, McIntyre, Dennis, Andy, Kelvin, Brady, Collison, Rosalind, Sarah, Hollins, Patterson, and Cole. Yesterday, J. Cole kept coming out, right? J. Cole, so confirmation. All right, Eva, Drea, Mo, Shania, Corey. Do I have Shania twice? I think so. I think I said Shania somewhere. All right, Shania, Corey, Nelly, Susan, Kevin, Julian, Vasquez, Cruz, Ruben, Gloria, Khalid, Ty, and Mo. Oh, and Eva. I don't think I said Eva. All right. And then the last one. Abby, Liz, Sandra, Chev, Nikita, Joelle, Shelly, Spud, Billy, Jose, Farnaz, Isa, Ben, Jamie, Mark, Rhonda, Warnell, Pena, Chanel, Deanna, Veronica, Estramera, Saldana, and Ray. Okay? All right, y'all. Just want to make sure I said all of this, right? I'm telling you, I feel like I just be like blanking out when I'm giving these messages sometimes. Like I think I said all of that. Yeah. Yeah, look, I did say Shania. Look at it right here. I don't know anybody named Shania personally, so, or Shania. But definitely somebody does, because she popped up in my brain, that name, when I was writing them down. Look, I wrote it twice. Shania and Shania, or Shania, whatever. I don't know. All right, so that's what I got here, y'all. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Spiritual court is now adjourned. Peace.